LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks. Old Whisker Biscuit bastard Dana White. He has come out, and this is official. John Jones has been offered a fight against Daniel Cormier at UFC 214. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Daniel Cormier, he wants to fight John Jones. He don't want to fight that other guy. They keep calling him out because John Jones is the guy that really and truly talked junk about Daniel Cormier, embarrassed him. Made fun of Daniel Cormier, was picking on him. DC was getting mad, man. He looked like the little fat kid that was getting bullied. And John Jones, look, DC, he ain't got, he not a trash talker. He not that good. And John Jones was just messing with him, man. And he was calmly messing with him. And that's the part that was funny, man. Because DC was getting mad and John Jones was calmly insulting him. And DC kept getting mad and more angrier and angrier. And it was funny. It was funny as hell watching DC get all upset. Well, guys, John Jones, you need to get your ass together, man, so you can fight me. Yeah, well, I think John Jones got his stuff together. And I know DC want to try to avenge that loss to John Jones. He want to try to avenge that loss, man. That's eating him alive, man. It's eating him up every single time, man. It's eating him up. This dude can't go a day without thinking about John Jones and that loss. This guy wants John Jones in that octagon bad, and I can't blame him. See, this is what we need to be doing in boxing. Guys that want to avenge their losses, guys that want to do that. This is what we need to do in boxing, okay? But we don't do that in boxing very much. Hell, even on the women's side of MMA, you got women that want to avenge their losses, But in boxing, for some reason, hell, we got these guys that they'll take an ass whooping and they don't even want to try to avenge that loss. They just take the ass whooping and go on down the river. On down by the river. That's what they do. But, with this one, now I wonder how Mr. Hypocritical bald-headed Whisker Biscuit bastard Dana White himself. Now, why in the name God, no. Why in the name of Sean Shelby is Dana White got John Jones back in the UFC? Because it was Dana White who said that John's probably finished. It was Dana White who said this, y'all. He said it. It's not me. I'm the messenger. Because I know some of you fanboys, y'all just want to get mad about something. But Coach Sheldon Harrison is the messenger. Okay? The coach is the messenger. That's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. I wonder why Dana White... wait a minute. Is it because John Jones is a star? And John Jones can put asses in seats? I think that's what it is. If I'm John Jones, I'd take that deal, but I'd say, look, I need a $10 million minimum to fight Daniel Cormier. You know why I would say that about John Jones? Because he's worth it. He putting asses in seat. And what is Dana White going to say? Oh, well, we can't pay you that kind of money. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. If you look at how much money they take in and how much money they pay out, I mean, you look at all of that stuff, and that's not even what's negotiated in the contract. They get their little Reebok bonuses and all that stuff. If I'm John Jones, look, man, I need $10 million to fight DC. $10 million. And if I'm DC, pay DC about $3 or $4 million because they ain't really coming to see his fat ass. They coming to see John Jones, okay? John Jones is the star. Whether you like John Jones or not, he's a star. Because people will pay to see John Jones get his ass whooped. They've tried. People have paid and paid and paid, but John Jones ain't took an ass whooping really in the octagon. Not like that, okay? They will pay to see John Jones get beat. He's a star. And people will pay for this fight. This fight between these two would easily break the pay-per-view record for the UFC. It'll easily break it. It'll easily break it. Because this fight part two been building up. And DC can milk this. He can say, John, let's see if you can keep the steroids out of your system long enough to fight me. See, DC can become the villain. And that's what he need to do. DC can get paid in this fight, man. He can get paid if he become the villain and draw attention to himself. And imagine if DC could become the villain and then actually manage to beat John Jones. Yeah, DC not getting any younger, man. If I'm DC, man, I'm like, look, F you, John Jones. John Jones, you are a PG-13 channel. You're a B. I would call John every name in the book. I'll be talking about this man problems. I bring everything. There'll be nothing unturned when it came to John Jones if I was Daniel Cormier. Okay? Because Daniel Cormier, every time you mention him, people always talking about John Jones. And I know he's sick of that. I know this big pelican head bastard. I know he's sick of that. He is. Gotta be. So, I mean, with that being said, shoot, man. Daniel Cormier can write his own ticket. John Jones need to ask for $10 million. DC should make no less than $3 million for this fight. Okay, this fight, John going to put asses in the seat. He is. The gate, they're going to sell out of tickets. They're going to do that. This fight is a fight that people been wanting to see. And people still got a bad taste in their mouth because John Jones at UFC 200, he was on that stuff. But people would still see that. They'll still pay because so many people, they love DC and they hate John and they want to see John get that ass whooped. People will still buy this. People ain't going to care because it's a good fight. The tension between these two has been building for years, okay? This is a fight that the coach going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about this fight. I'm telling you now. I'm going to be reporting on this fight. I'm going to be looking at news. I'm going to be looking at press conferences. Because the press conference between these two is going to be insane. They're going to get into the trash talk. That John Jones, he going to insult DC. DC going to be about ready to cry. All this other mess. And it's going to be funny. But I just want John Jones to nothing happen. Nothing. I don't want anything to happen, okay? When this fight, I don't want him getting in no trouble. I don't want him having no DUIs, no hit and runs. I don't want him taking no. I want John Jones clean. I want his mind right because I want him to get in that octagon and make a fight for the fans, the fight that we want to see. That's it. John Jones is a big star. And this guy can write his own ticket, man. He can write his own ticket. Dana White, no, he need this guy. Because, Dana White's unsure about Conor McGregor right now. Oh, yeah. Conor McGregor is probably going to go AWOL. And hell, you can't blame Conor. I know some of us, we can't stand Conor. I don't like him that much, but I got to be real, man. Conor McGregor worked his ass off to get to where he is, okay? The man fought with a broken foot. The man has fought with, he's still injured. Okay, he goes in. He makes the fight. He builds up a press. And whether you like it or not, if Conor McGregor is in a press conference, that he's going to build the fight. The fight, something, he kind of do some stupid PG-13 channel every time. Every single time. And John Jones. Could you imagine if John Jones and Conor McGregor was on the same card? That damn fight, they'd probably sell about 4 to 5 million pay-per-views, man. I'm telling y'all. This fight will be everything. But with John Jones alone, hell, and Daniel Cormier, I think the pay-per-view numbers will be good, man. Because John Jones is a star. People don't really care what he done did, man. There's so many people that dislike John, they'll pay to see him fail. They just will. Okay? I like John Jones, though, so I don't want to pay to see him fail. I pay to see him do his thing. But, guys, you guys tell me what you think about this fight. Who do you think wins? Oh, yeah, and another thing. See, the layoff, John Jones done had a long layoff, but, remember, he did that flow grapple. Y'all remember he did the flow grapple against, Dan Henderson, I think? So, you can technically say he hasn't been really inactive, but in flow grapple, you can't throw punches. So, that's subject for another video. I think John need to go on here, take this fight, give DC this ass whooping, and become the star again, and take his rightful place at the top. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.